Hey girl, you new at this high school? Yeah, me too. Kinda crazy, right? Yeah, I can get emotional. No. Shh. Yeah. Oh, that old guy? That's my dad. He doesn't get it. You do. I see the shadows in my room. Can't take back the something I gave you. Friends! Welcome back to the Brave New Wear Show. My name's Christian. Today, I'm talking about EBoys, the biggest hit on TikTok. Now, you might be saying to yourself, that's been played out. People have already talked about it. You're months late. And EBoys have nothing to do with high fashion. Wrong again, nerd. Here's my theory about a lot of fashion. When it comes to trends and style, a lot of it is dictated or at least led by young people, youth people. And this can be seen throughout history since the dawn of time. In Roman times, you probably had, everybody was wearing one kind of toga, but then, the young guys started wearing a different type of toga. Young people typically are always dictating or leading fashion trends. And while we might say that we're obsessed or we're only concerned about, what our personal style is, and it's outside of the trends, I think that it would be wrong-headed, be dumb-headed, it'd be silly not to pay attention to what is trending and what is kind of evolving in fashion, because these types of trends are what influence and kind of assist designers in their creations. Any kind of designer is looking at what is significant or new or trending or interesting in fashion in order to play some role in their own vision and aesthetic. So with that argument in place, I think that it is always kind of relevant to pay attention to what young people are doing in terms of how they're dressing themselves. Hey girl, you probably found this because you were looking for an e-boy, which I am one. So if you're new, subscribe, like, and comment. New videos every Wednesday and Sunday. E-boys are an interesting phenomenon. E-boys are a quasi-goth subculture / TikTok performance style that is related to e-girl, at least in aesthetic. E-boys are defined mostly by their dress and appearance and behavior, but typically exhibit qualities of either a bad boy or a depressed boy. I have kind of three theories or three possible situations that would explain the e-boy phenomenon. Situation number one, they are just attractive boys, and this is their way of getting attention, essentially. This is just what is interesting or trendy or what teen girls will respond to, so that's how they're behaving, and there's not much more to it. Theory number two, the whole e-boy aesthetic is an offshoot or a continuation of different streetwear aesthetics that we've seen in the past. If you watched the Frugal Aesthetics video from a year ago, that is basically the argument he makes. He says that e-boys are essentially an aesthetic that is derived or similar to the Jerry boys, the Jerry Lorenzo aesthetic, and this is a continuation of it. There seems to be something relevant there. A lot of how they dress or how it appears they dress seems to be related to what I've described in the past as classy streetwear. Different streetwear aesthetics with button-up shirts, slacks, pants, pantaloons, different garments that we would have maybe once considered smart that are being adopted. It's related to that whole e-boy look because a lot of the e-boy looks that I've been pouring through either utilize a lot of chains or they have the sweatshirt with the collared shirt underneath. Here's theory number three, and this is why I'm making this video, this is why I'm educating you guys, that the e-boy look, in the same way that emo or goth or punk or grunge or any of those other kind of subcultures, one argument that I might make in terms of are e-boys related to music in any way? There is a possibility that the whole e-boy aesthetic is born out of the mumblecore emo rap world. Think of Lil Peep or Juice WRLD or XXXTentacion, any of those dudes, those crybabies. Their aesthetic and their kind of behaviors seem to be related to the way that e-boys look and appear and act. Perhaps this subculture has something nuanced and special to say or to perform in terms of fashion. And if that's true, I think it is relevant for us to observe them and understand them. It's a safari, we're in a safari, and I'm oh, e-boy. I've been poring over hours and hours of TikToks trying to get inside the mind of these teen girls to understand why e-boys do what they do. Okay, let's get groovy with it. And I'm going to keep track. Zoom in, cameraman. We've got EBoys here and everyone else here. Whoever wins is the winner. First thing to go over, striped shirts. I don't know why EBoys love striped shirts. The quintessential striped shirt, or like the Breton top, comes originally from St. James. The brand has lineage that dates back to all the way to the 11th century in France, and they were essentially, in essence, the first brand to create the striped tops that French sailors wore, and that has now become kind of the cliche French cliche. A stripy shirt, I don't think is ever going to fall out of style. It can come in and out in terms of what is trending, but this is aesthetically always going to be something that I think you can have a place for in your wardrobe. It's a classic at this point. EBoys typically aren't wearing like the classic ivory and navy. It's more of like this Beetlejuice type look, the black and white stripes. Often they'll wear this striped top with like a short sleeve shirt on top of it. Makes me think of like Scene Kids when I was in middle school. But I think the only way to pull this off with any credibility, with any like good aesthetic, would be the short sleeve shirt on top has to be wide and boxy and cropped. It's gotta be, otherwise I don't think it looks good. I'm gonna give him that one. Striped shirts, that's one for the EBoys. Let's see if we can keep up. Number 2, let's talk about makeup and how they kind of perform. In order to understand the EBoy, you have to become the EBoy. My team and I work together to both paint my nails.
They're not gonna be very good.
Why?
Because your cuticles are really long.
Zachary says that I have some kind of humongous disease. And put eyeliner on for this footage. You can't really tell, can you? If looking like you don't sleep is attractive, then I'm like the James Dean.
Nope.
I think that painting your nails, wearing makeup as a guy, I think that that's kind of something that has already been trending in terms of androgynous style, kind of having a renaissance right now. Painting your nails, I think, is cool. If you do it in a way that's not corny or like ironic, I think that painting your nails, there's something a little subversive about that. My nails are black. A lot of EBoys have black painted nails, but I wouldn't limit your color to black. Something else I have seen with EBoys is they sometimes will wear a little bit of eye makeup. That typically means just like a little bit of eyeshadow and a little bit of eyeliner. And I think that that's interesting. I think that, you know, one day when we reach the utopia and there is no more money and no more genders and it's Star Trek. Once we reach the Star Trek utopia, I think that men wearing makeup, that's a possibility, and I think it will be expressed or explored in its own way. If EBoys are wearing a little bit of eye makeup, that could be kind of interesting. I'm not adding that. That's 2 for EBoys, 0 for everyone else. Right now, just based on the scoreboard, it looks like everybody should be dressing like an EBoy. Next on the list is jewelry. Ghoulish jewelry. So EBoys, one of the things that I think links them to kind of classy streetwear is you see a lot of EBoys with all those pant chains. Those like kind of wallet chains, that wallet chainy look was definitely really hot like a year ago, 2 years ago. It seems like that was kind of a prevalent look in streetwear or kind of like Instagram fashion, but I've seen it kind of fall off. It seems like when trends burn that hot, they will burn out fast. But EBoys seem to be rocking a lot of those pant chains. You want to wear pant chains, you can do that forever. You can have a wallet chain. Maybe you ride a motorcycle. Trends go, I think the wallet chain look had its moment and is gone. It's done. A lot of EBoys also wear a lot of necklaces. They're typically not gold, but silver. It's the same kind of thing. Maybe you like to dress like a pirate. Maybe you're like Johnny Depp. That's a totally different thing. If you wear a lot of necklaces, that's one thing. I think the kind of stacking and like just like this over-the-top silver everything look might be on its way out for EBoys. You know, it's like I like my rings. If I got more rings, I would continue to wear them. This ring, I need to get repaired. But I think this whole aesthetic that I see a lot of EBoys with a lot of necklaces, a lot of rings, a lot of chains, just like all chained up like they're in prison. I think that that is a look that was a trend in multiple subcultures, and at least in my observation, kind of is played out. That's one for everyone else. E-boys also wear like one, like you've seen them with like the one George Michael earring, like the one cross earring. Next on the list is hair. Like a lot of men's haircuts, the E-boy has a look that is short around the sides and short in the back with a lot of length up front. And instead of doing like a high and tight thing where they put it, like they style it back like in a pompadour, part it to the sides, like so. And like that side part, that kind of mop look, I think has already been trending. It seems like that kind of hairstyle where it doesn't look too styled, it doesn't look too like product heavy. It kind of looks a little more natural, kind of like a mop top, is something that's trendy right now. I would say if you're thinking about adopting like an E-boy haircut, aim for something that is a little more understated. Just give your barber a picture of me. Like, if you want to get the haircut, screenshot this and then bring this to your barber. The thing is, I think that if you've got like goofy, very teenage boy hair, that's not going to work for everyone. That's not going to work if you don't have that youthful spirit and energy. I'm going to give a point to both sides because E-boys get a point because the kind of parted down the middle hair seems to be popular right now. Men seem to like that, having it kind of longer on top and then instead of doing a pompadour, parting it. But I'm going to give one to everyone else because a lot of E-boys either look like they haven't really figured out how to style their hair yet or aren't getting it cut in the right way. It's just, it looks a little too teenager, I think. Some of it does. So, if you liked the video, please like, please subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me how much of an E-boy you are on a scale from 1 to 10 in the comments down below. Stay tuned for Wednesday's video, and I will catch you guys later. Now, I'm just going to transition this channel into a TikTok channel, so I'm just going to be posting TikToks from now on. This is what I'm doing with my life.